Testing, testing. Microphone is working. Yes. Should be working now. Working now. Yes, should be working now. Let me repost the mashup. Okay, resume. Should be working now. I'm not sure why that happened, but it's fixed now. Yeah, it's a what does that mean? Okay, and then it has like this phase 2 part of the song where this happens. Oh, I'm wondering if these have different tempos. That's a 3.7. Oh my, I think you can hear a vacuum cleaner in the background. I hope not. Yeah, the late notification would be YouTube's fault, not mine. I can't do anything about it. Oh my, that vacuum cleaner can be heard. That's not good. Anyways. It's good to be... Oh, that's gonna be terrible. Terrible noise. So the first one... That's just not good. What is up, my redacted? Oh no. Yes, I remember that. That was last night. Very late in the night. Divided by 2.36. This is gonna be bad. 2.36 83.7. I'm just doing my... This is my regular thing. It's mashups. People make requests. Requests the mashups. I do them. Thank you for bearing with me while I stream so dang late in the night. Although, in all honesty, if I'm streaming too late and you don't have to watch until that late in the night. Although I can't say that I haven't done the same thing. I've stayed up till 6 in the morning watching other streamers. So I've done it. Been there and done it myself. Interesting. So that was your first time watching a live stream? Huh. That's interesting. Normally you don't run into, you know, usually people see like one live stream or something. Well, I hope you enjoyed that first live stream. So, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I should probably do that. Yeah, I do need to do that. I just need to... the problem is, it put bad memories on me because it was so hard and infuriating, which makes it difficult to bring yourself to actually find the motivation to play something which is hard and infuriating. I also got an Xbox One today, so maybe I'll play Crash Bandicoot. Oh, well, enjoy yourself if you don't get very mad at the absurdities of the difficulties and whatnot. Now, how did two little choppy pieces come into play right here? Flashbacks to Nam. Oh no. Yeah, flashbacks to when I played Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy and got very frustrated with the game. Because it was very difficult. So this portion right here is... This portion is... 5.333, 44 for that portion. And this Emperor again is... approximately 2.36. Oh, I forgot that I need to divide it by 2. Otherwise, this could be quite wrong. Not 8. 2.36. 841. Excuse me, and when will my request be published? The same thing has been asked over and 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 over again. And the answer is always, you may check the to-do list at any time, which tells you the information at 1 second glance. But to answer the question, I will publish it later today. That will be today. Despite the fact that you could have obtained that information yourself in about 1 second, because the link is only in the description of every single video ever, quickly found, and I don't know. I just get asked that dozens and dozens and dozens of times, and it just gets old. No offense to you at all, honestly. It just gets really, really old. Having that same question asked so many times. you wanting to know what my name is, like my real name is, or what my like online alias is? Oh, on Fortnite, my Fortnite name is this. This exactly right here is what it is. So you'll find me there. Okay, I need to turn down the tempo a little bit. Not quite that much though. Maybe 57? No, I need to do more than that. I totally missed the stream yesterday since I fell asleep watching it the first time. That's okay. I fall asleep watching streams too. Well, at least I used to before I graduated college and then actually get healthy amounts of sleep now, instead of killing myself with sleep deprivation, as I used to do. Actually, I already did my first 2019 mix. I actually didn't do it on stream. I got a spur of the moment inspiration to do this. I did this. I actually did 2 of them. I got inspired by one of Bufosmixes Mashups and made this one. I made Bashmaster Gets in Our Way. But this is the first live stream in 2019. And Andreas, I am from Ohio, United States. Ohio is one of the states along the border of Canada and the United States, with Lake Erie blocking the 2 nations. So that's where I am. I'm not Greek. I do know some Greek, though. I know how to read Greek just fine. Because in Greek, Bufo is a... Oh, no! No, 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 no. In Latin, Bufo is toad. Not... I mean, I need to study Latin, but I do know that toad or bufo equals toad in Latin. So yeah, it's actually Latin. I had no idea about the drug thing. I don't know anything about drugs. I'm not just saying it. I really honestly don't know anything about them. So I think I pretty much got this formulated here. This is an intro. What's this? What's this part? Oh, this part is... This part goes here. It's like I'm doing surgery on a song. This part goes here. Then this part goes... Uh-oh. What's this? It's okay. So that's where you got your name and profile picture from. Yes. That is where the name comes from. My name actually comes from my first channel called Bufo the Toad, which is kind of ironic because it means Toad the Toad. But it's just some silly name I came up with when I was a little kid, and I kind of stuck to it. So the channel name Bufo means toad, and toads are my favorite animal. I just love toads so much. They're just such wonderful creatures. Although ironically, my profile picture is actually a gray tree frog, but you'll never catch a toad smiling like that frog. And actually, the picture you see in my profile picture is an actual picture of a frog that I actually took myself. This is the full uncropped image right here. Isn't that a cutie pie right there? It's called a gray tree frog. It is not a toad, despite the fact that my channel is called Bufo the Toad. So that's kind of a little caveat there. Hello, Angel Center. Welcome. Can we play Fortnite? We need to mix on Fortnite. Yes, I can. I was actually planning on playing Fortnite as soon as I was done with the stream, honestly. Because I play so much of that game. It's lots of fun. I have lots of fun on it. Where are you located, Andreas? I'm just curious now. Because if we're too far away, we may not actually be able to play with each other. Okay, let's hear it. Front to beginning to end. Hold on a second. I think I noticed a small error in... I noticed a small error in the first part of the song, so I'm not sure how that got in there. But I could fix it up real quick. Maybe not quite that extreme, but we can at least attempt to fix it. Oh, that's a nasty error. So let me see if I could try to understand this error a little better. The problem with this error is it needs to be a little faster. I don't know how I made that mistake. That's not quite enough to fix it. Not quite enough to fix it. Too much. Too much. That should just about fix it. So once again, I'm not sure how the error got introduced, but it's fixed now. Okay, so that error fixed. I can now proceed. 1, 2. I measure 2 measures. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Oh, I see. Right, that makes sense. Well, wait, no, a sec. That doesn't make sense. Or maybe it does. Okay, and that's pretty much that. Oh, whoops, I'm sorry. That was cropped. This is actually the original uncropped picture right here. The other one I showed you was this one. This one actually is cropped into the frog, but this is the raw image right here. Well, maybe not that. Maybe it's this one. I think this is it. I think this is the original right here. Look familiar? What a wonderful frog. Let's see here. So track names are... Let's see if we got a suggestion, actually, for title. Nope, I got no title suggestion. Track names are Sullied Grace, Dirty and Beauty. And the other one is Emperor Ing. Okay, let's see. The other one's called Sectonia, right? Queen Sectonia, Emperor Ing. We call it Empress Sectonia. That would be a fitting name. But it's mashup. So, is this a 4-way mashup? This is actually just a standard 2-song mashup. But the song actually has 2 parts to it. The one that got used here. So and the 2 parts are clearly distinct. You can hear them here. This one's slower. This one's quicker. Dirty Emperor Ing is an option, but that doesn't sound very nice. I like Empress. Instead of Queen Sectonia, I'm going to do Empress Sectonia. I like that better than that. I mean, that is a viable option, yes, but ultimately it's up to discretion to see which one I think is going to be best. I think that will be the best one. Yeah, so basically, since the song has 2 distinct parts with 2 different tempos in it, I had to create 2 different portions of it in order to actually make it work. But actually, that's fine if a song has 2 distinct parts. So I didn't really know since my PC kind of failed on me for several minutes. Oh, is your PC okay? I know a few things about fixing and improving PCs and whatnot. Look at that, 2019. 2019 mashup stream. What happened? Like, what did your PC do? Metroid Kirby Mix. That's a capital I. Don't mean to do that. Oops, that's actually a mistake. I should have not done that. I accidentally had Emperor Ing still muted, which will come out with nothing on the other end. So I don't know. It got some sort of blue screen error, and it's been happening fairly recently. Like, it's been happening more than once. If you're getting blue screens, we should definitely try to address that. I'm on Windows 8, so maybe that's why. I'm on Windows 8 too, so nothing wrong with Windows 8. Actually, everything is not wrong with Windows 8. Everything is wrong with Windows 10. Actually, Windows 10 is the probably worst Windows release to date. Arguably worse than Vista, actually. So Yeah. So you're actually on the good. You're actually on the good Windows. So the problem is not Windows, unless you did something funny to it, like mess with the registry or something like that, or critical System32 files. If you messed with that, then that's why you're probably getting that issue. But if it's Windows 8, I have suspect the issue something else. Is there anything in particular you are doing when it happens? Like, are you gaming? Are you rendering? Are you on the internet? Are you typing? Is it just running passively? Like, is there any particular pattern to something you are doing on the PC when that triggers? That could be key to identifying what the problem is with your PC. It just happens randomly. Oh. Randomly. So there's no particular pattern or anything. Can I ask you, you watch some cartoons? Not anymore. I don't watch TV. I would much rather play video games or stream or make mashups, etc. So the answer is no. Not particularly. Next up, we have Undertale Deltarune Mix, Hopes and Dreams, and Field of Hopes and Dreams. That's a creative idea. That's a very creative idea. Let's see here. I need to key them. Musically key them. There's a difference between keying a car and keying a song, and it's two different things. For the one that doesn't know. I also don't remember having updated my Windows stuff since it has a yellow notification startup saying there's a Windows update available when Microsoft stopped support long ago. You know, I think I have that too. Or maybe no, I don't. You know, I thought they would at least send out security packages. I think that's what they still do that. But I don't think they do anything beyond security packages at this point. I think you'll still get security packages every now and then. 2.82. I honestly don't know what the name of this match could be. Hopes and Dreams Cubed. I know, that's why I could just put hopes and I could type it out like this. Where is a document? I can type them out like this. Oh, what's that? Trainboy04, a small fry, subscribed. Thank you, my friend, for subscribing. I appreciate that. So I could type it out like this. Hopes and Dreams. I could zoom in a little bit. And I could call it this. Hopes and Dreams squared. So that could be my title right there. 2.82, 52, 2. That's a lot of twos. Oh, it's only 1.6. Huh, that's a clever way of thinking up for mashup like this. I try to be clever, my friend. I do. Sometimes I'm very creative at Nate, and sometimes I'm not. But I try. I want to ask, you know one cartoon from YouTube? Not from TV? Oh, No, no. I don't. Hello, Blues. You came in on the 2nd of... I think I'm going to do 6 or 7. Oh, shoot, it does? Crippity crappity. I'm not sure. Oh, that was requested by you. Yes, it was you. I was about to say crippity crappity because I don't remember who requested it, but it was you. And I remembered it was you. Let me fix that real quick. I have a template, YouTube description template. I could show it to you if you wish. Although surely you figured it out by now. So this is my template. It's /mix requested by dot mashup of quote from comma and quote from period download, and then the standard description that follows every video. I'm not sure why there's a bunch of spaces right here though. I could close the spaces up a little bit. So yeah, I have a standard description template. That's a YouTube feature. It's called upload defaults. It's pretty useful. But sometimes I forget to fill it out. It happens sometimes. It's fine. I just found it to be a little odd. That's okay. You have every right to find that to be odd and every right to let me know that I made a mistake. Because I am a human, and humans, if they're good at one thing, it's making mistakes. Has this happened before? Where I forgot to fill in the description? Yes, I've done that probably 2 or 3 other times before. I've done it before. I'm going to try 1 to 3 ratio. I'm going to see if that actually sounds good. If not, I won't do it. -1 times 100. Hello, Logan. Yeah, that's not gonna work out. Doesn't sound good. What I can do though, I could try 1 to 2 on the inverse. I could do an inverse 1-2 ratio. Might come up with good results. 1.67, 97. Yeah, that's it. And then so the inverse would be to take half a measure here. Copy. Okay, then we take 2.67, no, 67, 419, and divide that by, not that, 2. Okay, I need to store these numbers. And we take this, divide it by the other number. -1 times 100, 25% increase to, oh, what would that be? Field of Hopes and Dreams. Yeah, that's too much tempo change, I'm afraid to say. It doesn't quite sound good. But the alternative will not sound good either. So the alternative is to do this. And this is going to be bad, by the way. I think it's going to be bad anyways. Is this a scrapped mashup? It may have to be. The tempo disparity might be too great. Because I'm getting like really, really high numbers here, and it makes it sound too bad. It makes it sound bad because it's too fast. Yeah, it just doesn't sound good when you speed up the song that much. I'll try one or two more things. Yeah, that doesn't help. That simply does not help. Divided by 85.35. 46. This one recommends a 46% increase. Now there is a strategy that you can employ if all the other things do not work. And that is to meet in the middle ground, which I do not want to do. But if I have to do it, I will do it. I will attempt it. Okay. So that's actually increasing hopes and dreams. 58, 46. This is tolerable. Yeah, that's what I said. This is tolerable. It is. That's what I thought. Hopes and Dreams is still a little too loud. It's overpowering. Field of Hopes. And now it's not overpowering it now. It's just very strange. I like it. And so the natural loop point then is to go ahead and just, well, we gotta verify that the measures are still perfectly synced. If I could verify the measures are perfectly synced, I will chop it off and I will loop it there. But there is some evidence to suggest that perhaps I need to adjust tempo slightly. Slightly. About right here. Okay, so this is coming together nicely, like you said. Pitches are both G minors, which is helpful, which is actually really nice that they're the same key. That helps because it simplifies things. So if I'm gonna take the intros of the songs, I'm gonna shove them back in. Oh, what do you know? The intros are almost the same length, which is interesting. I don't know. Some people really kind of have themes to their requests almost. And I don't know that it actually reveals anything about your life at all. I honestly don't think it does. If you look at, like, my ideas, I have a whole playlist of them. If you go to my playlist and listen to the ideas that are just my own, you'll notice there's a distinct nature to them. They're often really intense, like energizing, like boss battle kind of things, and that's often what my ideas are. Like seriously, go on my channel, go on my playlist. It's called Bufosmixes, as in these are my ideas. And if you go there, you will notice this trend over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That overwhelmingly, this is the nature of the ideas that I come up with. So while you come up with ideas like that, my ideas also have a distinct nature to them, and you will notice that if you go to that playlist. I know you will. I think I've been keeping it up to date, although it looks like I missed the last few mashups I uploaded my own ideas. There, I added them in real quick. So yeah, I mean, people's mashups can have distinct themes to them. They certainly can. Trends that seem to bear themselves over and over again. I feel like I have the same thing currently, even though I've only requested a total of 2 mashups. Well, keep up with me. As soon as your next one's uploaded, you can get another one in, and we shall see. Yes. Oh, so you already noticed that there's a distinct quality to my ideas, then, huh? Yeah, like they're the epic, jarring, energizing kind of things that is often boss music, but not always, but often boss musics. Which one did you not see on the list? Are you talking about this one specifically, like right now? This was assuredly on there. Yes, this was definitely on there. I just now transferred it to the done section though. So if you looked just a moment ago, you will not see it because I transferred it to the done section. Azrael's Field I was gonna call it this. I do try to come up with more energetic boss fights and such, but most of the time I feel like stepping on crumbling ground since I'm too picky on what seems right for a decent mashup. I mean, everyone has their own taste. Everyone has their own kind of things to do, and you know, you kind of have to figure out your own style. You can clearly see from my playlist what my style is. I named your request. Let's see here. Oh, I called it, I found out what I called it. I called it... That's what I called it. So when Insane Trilogy going to be resumed? When I can actually muster the strength and willpower to play it? It leaves bad memories because of all the how difficult it was and whatnot. What is dark? Alright, so title I was going to go with was this. It seems very persistent on including that extra space in there. We'll see if it actually saves that way. Okay, maybe it won't. I could try something. I could attempt. Let's see, where would I find that at? Oh, come on, you silly thing. Work. Squared symbol. Superscript 2. Right, that's what it would be. If I could just, like, see an example. There it is. It doesn't paste well. I just made a mashup today and I sent it. Oh, okay. I will retrieve it. $757. Let's go retrieve that. Checker's Wrath. Okay. I'll go ahead and acquire that. Is it done downloading? I think it is. Here it is. Well, I do like that a lot. That is a good idea. I think you did it well, considering that Cuphead is difficult to work with at times. Let's see. So the one I just finished was Hopes and Dreams with Field of Hopes and Dreams. The next one I'm working on, I've just posted it. It is Weird Buster with Apex Encounter. This song is very repetitive. I could just see the loop point. Like I could just see it. It's like right there. It's very clearly right here. It's an exact loop point of right here. Oh wait, this is Weird Buster. I thought this was the other one. Wait, no, it isn't. No, it is. Yeah, so this is the point. Easy. Home? There are 2 homes? It's an off spin-off, I guess, according to what the request had told me. A spin-off of Off, which I have worked with many times, actually, at this point. I've done Off before. Weird Buster and... Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. This is the measure, right? Yes, it is. .71625. The next one is... I missed Tekken 2. Once I realized the similarities between the 2 songs I requested recently. Now I feel like going back to the game after a long time not playing it. That is one series I have not gotten myself into. Well, there's actually a lot of series I've not gotten myself into. In fact, there's so many game series out there. Asgore's Shift Time was one of the best ideas. Well, it was an AU theme for Asgore with regular Asgore, so it was destined to succeed. And that sounds good, so I can't say it was bad. Alright. It's very quiet at the beginning. This is an intro, I think. Oh, these are pretty close in terms of tempo. Actually, they are very close. They're not exact, so I can't not change the tempo. But they are going to be very, very close. 1.5% difference. That's pretty close. Smash is pretty much the only fighting game I ever got into. It's like that's like it. That's like the most I can do. I just really don't like this kind of games. Smash is the exception, though. So this is working out. I do need to adjust tempo slightly to slightly less. Maybe a little less than that even. That should be good. As long as it appears that this is reasonable, which it appears to be. So can I just do this? Oh, yep. The Bateka is probably the only series that has an easy use of combos for me. Aha. Okay. Okay, I'm noticing it to get slightly off. So which one was the one I sped up again? Looks like I need a little less than that even. One, two, three, four, five. I would either assume Rude Encounter or Apex Buster would be the title of Smash Up. Those are two very good titles, and it will be very difficult to choose between them. Unless the person who requested this for Smash Up requested a specific title. Let me take a look at that. Sometimes they request, or sometimes they suggest a title, and sometimes they don't. So I'll have to check and see which one they want. I'm assuming they requested one or the other. Those are the only two things that really make sense. If they were even requested anything at all. Apex Buster. They wanted Apex Buster. So that'll be the one I choose then. I have way too many tabs open in Chrome, which is probably why it's affecting my RAM. Yeah, RAM is or Google Chrome is a RAM hog, And there are plenty of memes which make fun of this fact. It's actually funny. There's a lot of Google Chrome RAM memes, if you could believe that. Something's wrong. I have to try to find out where it goes wrong. Oh, I think I know where I went wrong. I just put too much in. Apex encounters pitches off. I know. I haven't gotten to that part yet. The reason I do pitch last is because pitch actually does slightly affect tempo. And if you do the pitch first, then it will throw off the tempo so much so afterwards when you actually try to change the tempos that it may actually make it look like it's incompatible. And in my early days, I hadn't actually discovered this, and so I just assumed that it was okay to change pitch first and then do tempo, only then realizing that, oh crap, it's incompatible. But actually it wasn't incompatibility. It's just because pitch throws it off just a tiny bit to where it does that, and so I have to do pitch last. No wonder why I have frame drops for playing RE Operation Record City while also having Chrome open. Yeah, I would not play any games while having Chrome open unless you have... Well, I have 16 gigs, so I can just do whatever I want. But, yeah, Chrome is a RAM hog. It'll do that. Let me check and make sure we're back on track again. Oh, I'm slightly off still. That's annoying. Okay. I have to check it and make sure it's not off. It's off again. Although, you know, I just realized I can actually just cut this part off, and there we have loop point. So really, I just have to make sure it's synced up to this point instead of that point. Is like the most that I have to do. So where are we having trouble? Yes, and hello, Alexandra Brady. Welcome. Point 1. Did that fix it? It appears to have fixed it. Okay, bye. My time is 1 o'clock. Oh yeah, you need to go then. It's getting late for you. After how many hours do when the stream is over in 2 hours or so, it will be there when you wake up. It will be there when you wake up. Good night. Okay. So I'm getting this. I'm getting this down. I'm gonna have to significantly decrease audio volume at portions like this. We'll try. Whoops. Home button minus, maybe -5? No, that's still a little too loud. Maybe try -7. Not that button. So as far as I'm concerned, this is about the most that we need to have on screen at this time. Amplify. I think -7 works pretty good for this. Something's off again. Something is not right. What is it? This is driving me crazy. What is it that's wrong? What could it be? Okay, I think I see it. I think I see it. I think I see it. Please fix it. Please fix it. That was too much. Did that fix it? I don't know why this was giving me so much trouble. Okay, this is bad. Did that work? It appears as though it might have. I don't get it. Something is not right here. I still don't know what it is. Is it a problem with the loop point that I selected for? Is it a problem with the loop point I selected for this song? I mean, after I selected it, it just kind of... Yeah, it just kind of happens naturally. I'm so puzzled. What in the world? They're not incompatible. So that's not the problem. I'm just not sure. It's clearly still wrong there. Is it still wrong in the beginning? What does this yield me? 140 divided by 138 minus 1 times 100. Okay, so this one says 1.44%. My number said 1.46%. That is so negligibly indifferent. And let's see what this one says. This other one says 139.5 divided by 138. This was actually would probably be a statistically significant difference. Increasing apex encounter by this bit instead of that bit. Let's see if it does it. See if it does a trick. It is a challenging mashups. Oh, you're there, Weaselwork. I know this will work, Weaselwork. I know it will. I just have to figure it out. I know it'll work. I know it will work. I'm not sure if it's like subtly incompatible. I mean, I see little things, little clues that say this is good. Or maybe the tempo changes from this beginning intro point to the regular part of the song. It's possible. .4, right? That's what I expect. Yes, that's exactly what I would expect. It's about the same. Maybe I wasn't supposed to change the tempo at all. Okay, it defies all logic, but I don't think I have to change the tempo at all. I don't know. All the math says I need to change it, but the listening says I don't. I'll turn down the Rude Buster at that point to match it with this one. I'm just checking to see. That doesn't make any sense. It defies logic. It defies logic. All the math says, change it, change it, change it. But then it doesn't sound like any change at all. Like, I'm looking at the sound waves here, and they line up. And I'm listening to it, and it's perfect. It doesn't make any sense. Which is why I was having so much trouble with it, because everything says, change it. But then you listen to it without changing it, and it's fine. Okay, it's starting to show itself now. I can start to see it at 2 minutes and 40 seconds in. I can see that there is a very, very slight change that needs to happen. And it is so tiny and insignificant that 10% of 1% is too much, or 1% of 1% is too much. I'm going to try 50% of 1% of 1%. No, that's too much. I'm going to try 30% of 1% of 1%. That looks pretty good. And we're back to it not working again. Okay, we got it. That will do it. That is it. There it is. Mystery solved. Finally. It's like Scooby-Doo. Oh, ha 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 ha. That's funny. So what I'm doing here now is I'm going to decrease the volume of the Root Buster theme in the portions that line up with the part of the quiet portions of the home theme. So I'm going to go with probably negative 8 decibels. And then it's pretty straightforward from here. It's just copy paste it twice, do the fade out, loop it. Select everything. Oops. I just get a comment. I think I might have. Whoa, what? No, go away. What? Oh, I see what it is. Okay. Deleting that. Fading this out. Okay, now it's pitch time. And what was the suggested one that we agreed on? Apex Buster. That was what it was. Save project as. See, titles like this are easy. There's multiple options, and the requester gave a suggestion that was one of our options. So it's easy. Sometimes it's not easy, though. Sometimes there's not a clear answer, and the suggester suggests nothing. So. $758 mashups. Wrong button. Apex Buster. There we go. And now for the pitch. Here comes the pitch. It's a swing. Left field. Just kidding. It's not baseball. This is music. Where pitch and key mean two different things in music than do elsewhere. F minor right here with C minor right here. Is that right? You might just be able to just do this. Okay, here's a little point. Yeah, it's really easy. Oh, it's not really easy, but it's easy enough, and you can probably pick it up from watching streams. But I mean, yeah, that is why I learned to do it myself, is because back in like the OG days of video game mashups, when all the people I mentioned in the comment you see there were still producing mashups, I didn't have any need to do this because all these people were around and they were, they were the people of the day and they made mashups and they were good, so there was no issue. But then Haunter Shadow disappeared, tragic day, and Electric Pop Tart started producing content, and Pan Man Dance probably stopped producing content a little bit after that, and then slowly but surely Strong Bad Man 7 stopped. It goes with Fire Sale now these days, but they all stopped, and then basically there was a dark ages where there was basically no one making mashups. Yeah, I discovered it from Haunter Shadow as well. That's where I discovered it from. And he's also, I say he's the best. He probably is the best. But yeah, so basically all these people in the OG days of mashups, they all just stopped. Haunter Shadow went down. The other guys went down. I'm like, well, this stinks. But I still had Haunter Shadow on Facebook. So I told him I'm going to pick it up. And I'm going to try to figure this out. And I did. I made a few very, very, very bad mashups to start. Haunter Shadow gave me a quick couple tips on how to correct them. I corrected them. And yeah, so I never knew mashups existed before. Yeah. And so then I was well on my way. And Haunter Shadow comes back a few years later. Stays on for about a year. He disappears again. Two of these people from the OG days never came back. Haunter Shadow is now gone as well. A couple people joined in on the late days, and they kind of joined in when I started as well. These were Tiny Tiger and I think Yoshi Rocks, I think is what the name is. Or no, Yoshi Rocks were the OGs as well. They left as well. So it's actually 4 or 5 of them that are gone. But then I started, and then I kind of stopped for a while. I maybe made a few a year. But then, of course, as you know, just over 2 years ago, I actually picked it back up again, and I've been very consistent since then. I discovered Mr. Boss 7 music channel. Looks like I ripped her off. Well, you followed after her style. I actually found mashups from Haunter Shadow, and I follow his style. But if you want to know what's really interesting is Mr. Boss 7 and Haunter Shadow, the two people who showed us the way, both learned from the same person, Pan Man Dan, who himself has stopped producing mashups for quite a while now. So... But a lot of his stuff is still online. You can still go on his old channels and you can still see his stuff. So thankfully he didn't, shut all that down. So Haunter Shadow kind of represents the Metroid side of things, and Mr. Boss 7 kind of represents the Crash Bandicoot Spyro side of things. But the thing is, Pan Man Dan embodied both, which is how we had two unique mashup channels, which then prompted others. Mr. Boss 7 and Haunter Shadow. I discovered Mr. Boss 7 through you, Bufosmixes. I'm very pleased to report that I am sending people her way, because she sent a lot more people my way than I've sent her way. But I'm very glad that I've sent people her way as well. That's why I have this whole page on my channel where I have like all of these great mashup and remixers, because it's like, these people are good. I highly recommend them. So if you don't know, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I have this whole section on my channel called Bufo Recommends, and I have like a whole list of people here that you should totally check out. Mashup, remix people, both. So yeah, hopefully I help you discover other people as well. But that I hope I'm sending people her way, because she sends a lot of people my way when people ask for requests, and she tells them again and again and again and again and again. She doesn't do them, but she is actually doing them right now, and you have 2 more days to send her 2 requests. So if you haven't done it yet, get them in. 2 more days left. But normally she does not take requests. And so whenever someone asks for requests, she always tells them to check out my channel. And I'm very, very gracious that she does that. That she doesn't have to do that, but she does. So I'm thankful for that. And I hopefully, as you've clearly demonstrated, send some her way as well. It's a mutualistic relationship that us Mashup people like to have. It's not like a competition, We all are a part of the mashup community. We all participate in mashups for the sake of mashups. So I'm very happy that we all have a cordial and good relationship with each other, and that it's not a competitive atmosphere at all. It shouldn't be. It should be very friendly and entreating. I've already done it, and I'm glad I did it, since now there are now 200 requests, and I'm somewhere in the 140s. You already gave her your request, yeah. So if any of you else have yet to give her 2 requests, you have 2 more days to do it. I recommend you do it. I gave her my own, kind of. I gave her a set of like 20 songs, told her to pick 2 she likes and pair them up with anything she wants, and she said that's okay. So that's what I did. So this is Delta Rune, not Rune. I already gave her my own requests. Yeah, I saw them. I took a peek at them. They should be good. Delta Rune home mix. Boy, it's getting really chilly down here. I'm in the basement, by the way, so if you didn't know. That's why it's really cold, and I'm really cold. I'm wearing a sweater, and I'm still shivering. Okay, next one up. This is a dual mix, and these songs are almost identical, so I question why the person even bothered requesting this, but we shall never deny a request, even the most ridiculous request. You know, it's kind of making fun of that SpongeBob saying from the Krusty Towers, which actually stole the saying from another hotel in the episode, which is kind of funny, the way that works. Apex Wester. Kind of funny how that works. Alright. So both themes literally have the same name, and they're both from the same series, and they're okay. These look different enough. I'll give it a go. They look different enough. Did I not just select the beginning portion there? I thought I did. Beep beep. The Haunted Hotel of Ouija. I've seen that. That's hilarious. We shall always deny guests. It's been freezing out here, and I'm surprised there hasn't been snow in the past 20 years, exactly the last time it did. It only snowed for like a few seconds. Yeah, we've been having a very minor winter here in Ohio as well. You know, climate change. While it is true that climate change exists, it's actually not as bad as they say. It'll take a couple 100 years before I actually notice any significant craziness happen. Like, we look back in 100 years and, you know, we'll notice maybe the average temperature is 1 or 2 degrees higher. It's very slow process, and you know, it took hundreds of years just to raise the degrees by like 1 degree. You know, our Industrial Revolution was just 300 years ago, and it took that many years just to raise it by an average of like 1.5 degrees. I feel like it's getting colder than previous years. And then again, there are solar cycles which dictate the coldness, and there are hundreds of year cycles, and there are dozen-year cycles, and there are 1,000-year cycles, and there are even million-year cycles that we have documented because we have ice cores in the ice, and we could dig down miles, and we could discover that the temperature's always been variable. There have been ice ages and there have been warm ages. So, I mean, you know, climate change shouldn't be terribly concerning, although they say it is statistically significant. And yeah, maybe in the last 300 years we have raised it by 1.5 degrees on average. And yes, that is alarmingly fast, considering it usually takes a couple million years before we start to see any major trend shift. But you know how it goes. I feel like it's been getting colder, so it could very well actually be getting colder in some areas. They say that perhaps the warmer air is pushing cold air from the Arctics down towards temperate areas, temperate zones like my own, and your own possibly. So it's all crazy. We don't. It would be a lie to say that we fully understand it, because we don't. I think Beelzebub will be here by then. You mean Mr. 666, the lawless one? That one? Probably. Signs are all around us. But Yeah, that's a long lecture, and I need to get back to mashups. The Antichrist guy, yeah, him, the evil one, yes, the one that will unite the world under a evil tyrannical government. That does not sound like fun. These sound like I don't need to change anything. But maybe I do. I'll have to check. Yeah, it's probably 8 or 16-bit, possibly. It's older music. Yeah, we have to change tempo slightly. 15 divided by 14 point... Wait. 14.95. Minus 1 times 100. 0.3%. 1/3% change. And we're speeding up one of them. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Or is it not that one? Maybe it was this one we're changing. That was definitely not the correct answer. Wrong answer. I was correct the first time. So let's see here. I'm writing a little bit here, but to address that question. Basically, as long as I don't get in like serious trouble for copyright problems, it's okay. Most video game music it won't get you in any trouble at all. Some companies like Halo and Nintendo will put ads in your videos, but that's about the worst you're gonna experience. Some movie and TV soundtrack is okay. It won't get you in too much trouble. They'll just put ads in your video. The bad stuff is like the common songs. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like I'm calling it like normal music, like not soundtrack music, like music you hear on the radio, music you hear. I don't know how to put it. Like radio music, like real music. Not that video game music isn't real music, because it is real music. Like, how do I put this? Yeah, of course it's allowed. Of course it's allowed. So like the only thing that's really concerning is non-video game music is concerning because of the amount of copyright trouble I can get in possibly for posting the content. So I mean that's pretty much how it goes. I don't know how to put it any other way. I feel like these are off slightly, but not by much. It's so ironic that the meme gibberish is still around. Did you mean around? And if so, I'm not sure what meme that is. Well, regardless of what you meant to say, I don't know what meme that is. So this one says 44%. 4/11ths or 4/9ths, I think. 4/11ths. Something like that. Speeding up one of them. What memes? Okay, where am I looping this at? I guess I'm looping it here. Well, it's a simple enough mashup, I guess. If that's what they wanted, I guess that's what I'll do. It's pretty much done. There's not much to it anyways. There isn't much to it. Memes. I don't know what memes. I'm not sure what memes we're talking about. So we're just gonna call this Poltergeist Duo. Nothing crazy about that. It was a dual mix anyways. When it slowed down. Oh. Yeah, I slowed it down to verify the measure that I wanted to cut it off at. And verify that they were in fact synced up, and they are. So that's why I did that. It's useful because, you know, the little line goes across the screen so fast sometimes you just have to slow it down so it's easier to determine which point you wish to use. Common strategy. I employ this strategy pretty regularly, probably 3 or 4 times every stream. Oh, I see what you're saying. It sounds like a well, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Poltergeist Duo. Okay, this is Mother Earthbound mix. There we go. Export. Oh boy, here we go. Two who's are hard to do. Yeah, that's what that's the thing. I know what you mean. And I agree. It's kind of what it can sound like at times. So two who's can be difficult sometimes. But I'm open to the challenge because I don't really restrict which games you can and can't do. So. Where did that go? There it is. So the poltergeist one is over. Okay, where to go? Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? There's the two theme. And here's the other one. Very strange. All very strange. All very strange. I'm just gonna say D-Voice 65. We'll just call it a day there. That's a nice little high energy intro they have there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's actually really bad. Really bad. 43%, that's a red flag. It could sound bad, potentially, at that point. And it's a two-who theme sped up. Oh, no. Something's wrong, naturally. Let's try this again. So what this program says is correct. It might be. And it would be a reduction in the number that I pulled out. Okay, last try. All or nothing here. 166.7 divided by 130. Yeah, it's a different. See, the two softwares and my own math all produces different numbers. So which number is correct? I guess we'll find out after this one. They're all 3-flat minors, which is helpful, but if the tempo is too much, then it doesn't really help me very much. This one says speed up the other track. Is that actually going to improve it? I don't actually know. Yeah, like, I agree with you, Epsilon. I definitely see where they're getting the idea from. But if the problem remains that the tempo is just so greatly apart that when you speed it up too much, it sounds bad, then what's the point of having similar melodies if it just sounds bad? Like, at that point, I pretty much should just get rid of it. I get it. I get why they requested this. You never really know until you try out the combination whether or not it'll work or not. And clearly, while this one had potential, I don't think this is going to work out in the end because the tempos are just too different. Both songs sound bad when you sped up too much. I can't pass this one. I can't agree that that's a good idea. I mean, I get where it came from. I totally get it. I see what you saw it too. We both saw it. We see where the idea came from. But in all honesty, I can't make it work. It just sounds bad. And I don't want to, you know, I'll let okay mashups go through, but when it sounds bad, I won't let them through. Tempo, disparity, high, sounds really bad. So there's the reason for scrapping it. Posted. Let me make sure I reopen the master form for them. There it is. Oh, and someone just sent in a request. Who's this? Oh, okay. So this is the second request this person will have sent in. We'll see what they sent in. Although I'm not doing it right now. I'm just adding it to the list. Kirby Canvas Curse Dracia. Sorceress. Okay, interesting. I think I've done that theme one time before. Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. In the final. Dark Bowser. Yeah, we all know that theme. So I scrapped that request. Next one up hopefully will work. That's a Strong American Stink, though. Oh, LOL versus Strong American Yokai. Ooh, I love that Bowser theme. Yeah, it's a very classic theme. You almost can never go wrong with it. But I don't know, those yokai games, while they're so weird, and it's weird, and it's weird, and it's weird, and it's almost like it's copying Pokemon, and also Dragon Ball is a copy of Pokemon, and not Dragon Ball, Digimon is a copy of Pokemon, and Beyblade's a copy of Pokemon, and Yokai is a copy of Pokemon, and all these things are a copy of Pokemon. They're trying to cash in on the whole thing. Never played the game itself, but ever since I heard a mashup of the theme with the Yiddish Prime 3, it's just perfect. Are you talking about the Yokai, or are you talking about the Bowser theme? That Warble effect was the Stink Shoot Rip. Oh, okay. Whatever that is. Okay, did I post the next mashup? I don't know if I did or not. I might have. Here it is. I've heard this song on Mr. Boss 7's channel. I've never actually worked it myself, though. So we'll see what I can get working. Whoops. Where did it go? There it is. And there it is. Hopefully that's not true. There we go. Very slow intro. I'll do it right there. That's where I'll start the song. Sounds a lot like a Silent Hill game. I don't even have any clue what it is. I don't ask those kind of questions here. I just do the mixes. .02857. Silent Hill has so many dark themes, like this one, for example. Oh, okay, so like a darker kind of atmosphere to it. Then, Silent Hill is a horror game, and for the longest time, I always thought Resident Evil and Silent Hill are the same thing. But Resident Evil is a fight the monsters, and Silent Hill is Silent Hill a escape the monsters and hide from the monsters. Like, you don't actually attack the monsters in Silent Hill, or do you? Is Silent Hill like... I mean, because I always got very confused with that. They're the same thing, Resident Evil and Silent Hill. But I don't think they are. And are they the same kind of thing? Do you attack it? You attack the monsters, attack the apparitions of both? Oh, so it's optional. You don't have to fight them, but you also can fight them. So, like, something like Resident Evil, you have to fight them. And Dead Space, you have to fight them. Amnesia, you run away from them. Outlast, you run away from them. But this one, you can run away or you can attack. Interesting. I don't like the runaway horror games very much. I mean, they're okay. I like the ones where you can fight back, though. So that's why I did buy the Resident Evil. I bought 2 of them over the Steam Winter sale. We'll see how that goes when I play that. Looks like we're gonna go right here. This is very confusing. Is it 2.3? Yeah, in Resident Evil, most enemies are hard to pass by, especially some of the enemies that are iconic to the series since the first game. Oh, okay. Is it 2.3? This song is very confusing. This song is very, very confusing. I have no idea where the measure begins and ends. It's just like... Okay, I have some hint as to what it might be. So I suspect, I don't know, but I suspect, and I'm going to test the theory, that this is actually 4 measures here at 10.557. 10, no, clear that. 10.55709 divided by 4. Okay, this divided by this equals 14%. That's a good number. I like that number. So speeding up the above track. I'm just gonna say that perhaps my tempo reading was off, and assume that this is the case, and just going to hope it's not, or hope it is the case, and then I can actually make this work if I just crunch some more numbers. That's actually very close to my number of 14. This is just 13, like 1.5% difference. What are we at? -6? Same song, changing tempo though, which gives me a glimmer of hope. Because we're changing the same song, but the tempo is slightly off. Perhaps that's what it is. That sounds a little better than last time. I'm going to try what this other website suggests. So this one suggested 12 on the dot for the tempo that we're going to do. Oops. Fixed. See, what did I say earlier? We humans are particularly good at making mistakes. So, if you see one, please point it out. That way I could fix it. I cannot fix that which I am not aware of. Okay, I don't think 12 is actually quite enough. Uh, 12.5, not enough. 12.75, 12 and a quarter, 12 and 3/4. Try that. I still heard that. I heard that. But funny enough, considering Armor King's theme is totally the opposite of being hopeful and full of dreams. Oh. I heard that still. I still heard that. Maybe it's 13 on the dot. I still heard it. What was it the other one suggested? 13.1? That's probably actually pretty darn close. I'm gonna try that. Well, I'm not gonna try exactly what they said, but I'm gonna try in general what that's suggested. Raise it a little bit. Maybe raise it a little more than that. Maybe 13.2 is too much. 13.8. Oh, no, that's actually right. Considering that it was like 13.18 that we're actually thinking about. Maybe 13.17. It's like hard to nail this one down on the head because I hate this ho-oh track so much. Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, no, that won't change it. That sounded good. That sounded good. This is tough. I almost feel as this is maybe unfitting, although if I change ho-oh's pitch, it may change that. E flat minor. Yeah, E minor, hooray, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change it to 4. That's really about the best I could do. That's not good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could lower that by 3, but that might sound kind of strange at that point. But I'll try it. I'll try it. This ho-oh track, I cannot begin to tell you how difficult it is to work with this. Okay, I need to find a loop point, because that ho-oh track has got to be extended. Or otherwise find a loop point. There it is. I found it. There it is, the loop point. Oh, let's not do that. The loop point's gone. You can extend it or give it a consistent surgery. Though extending is usually easier. It's an optional thing. Right. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking I was going to extend it. I just lost my point, though. Oh, it's right here. There it is. There's my point again. So extending it is the preferable option, and then utilize True Power of the Occult's loop point and adapt it to the Ho-Oh theme, I think would probably be the better option. How'd it go? Is it a successful surgery? Yes, it was. Okay, so that's what I'll do. So the loop point here is right here. This is it. So that seemed to work. It's still a little iffy, because that Ho-Oh track is just so weird. That is a weird, this is a weird track of music, this Ho-Oh track is. It is so strange. I don't mean that to insult it, I just mean it's strange. What? I think this is agreeable now. It's agreeable. It's the Ho-Oh track. I hate it so much. You know, it's just not good in the sense that it's very difficult to work with. It's just trouble from the beginning. The Ho-Oh track was. You gotta be kidding me. Wait, maybe not. Did I really just leave open white space in the beginning of the track? No, because I took out I remember I took out the intro portion. So actually, this little part in the beginning, it should have been deleted. It will actually not have taken into play at all. I was like, would that little piece explain why all the problems are happening? And yes, it would. But I had removed the intro out, so actually, no, it didn't. Thank goodness. I think I have it now. Yeah, I like that part. It's pretty good. What is that? Moon. Alright, well that works. So the next mashup is actually one that you inspired, Toby Doge. You requested the world revolving abyssal ruins, and that actually inspired me to make this idea, which is coming up here, but I need to save this first. I need to save and export this first. True power of Ho-Oh. It just comes naturally. $760. True power of Ho-Oh. Export audio. This is Pokemon. What's the other game? This other one's get out of here, Steam. The other one is Yandeer Simulator. Never heard of it, but okay. Like I told Epsilon, what the game it is no business of mine. I just do the mixes. Yandeer Simulator. I'm gonna have to look up what a Yandeer is later, or maybe now. Maybe I can just look it up now. Okay, here we go. Google. What is a Yandeer? Okay. Not really okay. Yeah, that's a bad thing. That's not a good thing. Duh. Okay, glad I looked it up. Not really. Sometimes you do have to look up images for the thumbnail. Kind of spoiling the game for you if you're not careful, but if you are looking forward to playing... No! After looking at what a Yander is, heck no, I'm not playing this game. But I do know that the character that is correlated to this song, it looks like this. So I've already used this picture for the extension of Mr. Boss 7's True Power of Cerberus, which is right here. So I extended this and I used this image right here on the left. Anyway, that's a successful use of that track. I don't think this one here is that great, but I don't think Ho-Oh is that great of a song. I don't know that it's like the best idea. I made it work, yes, but it's just... I think that track is pretty good, and I think that Ho-Oh kind of ruins it, but... You know, never deny a request, even the most ridiculous request. You know how it goes. Why did I click Okay, hopefully that didn't cause too much of an issue. I had to go back and restart the stream because evidently this stupid program has a stupid problem where if you accidentally turn off your mic, it will not come back on and the software is running. So yeah, that was fun, I guess. Yeah, I had to restart. I had to restart the streaming software. Look, this wonderful box right here. Right here is there again, and I hate this stupid box. It's there every time you start a stream. Anyway, I was saying, I know that the occult thing is a dark thing because the picture that I used for that extension. I don't know if you heard this. I had to Photoshop. I had to not Photoshop. I used GIMP because I don't use Photoshop. I don't have Photoshop. I have GIMP. I had to remove an emblem off of this book, and I had to remove an emblem off of this armband. I had to censor them, so I removed them. I mean, you cannot tell that there was anything there at any point because I think I did a pretty good job, but yeah, I had to remove some stuff from these things because it wasn't good. But yeah, so that's what I was saying. I don't know if you heard that, but that's what I was saying. That's what was going on when the microphone went out. Which is stupid. I hate that it does that. So the next one is the idea that Dobie Doge inspired Damp Dungeon with Abyssal Badlands. And hopefully it turns out to be good and wonderful and fantastic. You know, I do pay attention to the tracks that people send me for requests, and I do come up with ideas of my own using them because that's part of why I like requests so much, because I get exposure to other tracks that I otherwise would not have had any exposure to. So that's just kind of like a benefit of it. I can't tell if there was any other emblem on her. Yeah, well, I removed it so cleanly that you can't see that there was anything there, but there was. If you do a little research, you could probably find the image. Probably wouldn't take you too long, and well, okay, I'll just give you a quick glimpse at what was on there. It's not the same picture, but it's the same character, so the same emblems are on it. But in essence, or you know what, it might even be the same picture. Let me see. This is the picture here, and no, it's not the same picture, but you could tell what I removed from it. Uh-oh, that didn't work. I removed those satanic emblems off of it because my religion is quite opposed to anything and everything satanic. Messianic Judaism is very, very strict in that sense, and so even having an image of something like that is not to be tolerated. So I had to remove them, and I did. And like I said, you cannot tell that there was not anything, that there was something there. I did such a clean edit job on that you cannot tell that that's what I did. But I did. You understand? Good. Glad you understand. That's why I did it. That's what I did. You can see it. Blah, blah, blah. Moving on. Next mashup. Oh, right. This song is tricky. I forgot about that. You oppose it too? Good. Yeah, totally understandable that I removed that symbol. Glad to hear. You know, I do like to keep these chats very open and honest and frank and unoffensive. You know, just good friendly chatter. So if you don't mind telling me what do you belong to that you oppose such a symbol, I'm very curious now. There's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 things I could think of. You could, oh, maybe 7 or 8 you could be that would also oppose that. So if you don't mind, you don't have to say. I've already told you what I am, Messianic Judaism, but you can tell me what you got too. I mean, I won't take opposition to hearing it as long as you're okay with telling me. I'm very curious. I'm always very curious. Actually, Christian, yes. Messianic Judaism does have an alternate name. The alternate name is Christian. It denotes more of the Jewish roots of the faith. Considering that the Messiah himself was a Jew. He was a rabbi. And yes, I know Toby is, and I am, and Creatology is, and Infinite Everlasting is, and Mr. Boss 7 is. It's kind of a lot of us here, you know? Isn't that surprising? Not as religious as you should be, but yeah. Well, if you want to get back into it, let me know. I know how to jumpstart that. I do have lots of training. I could be a pastor if I wanted, but I'm not doing that. Anyways, long story short, yeah, I don't care. Religious discussions are, I do enjoy those, so I really don't care if we, you know, people say there's two things you don't talk about, politics and religion, and I really don't care. Like, talk politics, talk religion, I really don't care, you know? I'm not opposed to it. Yeah, but there's a lot of us in this Mashup community that would call ourselves Christians. Like I said, there's me, you, Toby, Infinite, Creatology, Mr. Boss. That's like six. Haunter Shadow is kind of iffy. He might still be, he might not be. I don't know. I haven't been in contact with him in the last few years. Possibly not. Yeah, so we'll leave it at that. So we can all agree that removing that symbolism is a good idea. Good. Just as long as no one gets heated or anything, I think it's totally fine. I'm glad that there are people like you who understand topics like these aren't as harmful as they make it out to seem. Yes. Yes. A wise man once said, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and be slow to anger, and slow to take offense. That's out of the Bible, by the way. It is good, wise words, you know? So, I mean, yeah, as long as people aren't getting frustrated or angry or offended or heated, like you said, I'm quite okay with openly discussing it. And in fact, if I ever do another AMA, because I kind of did a unofficial AMA, or I should say an AAMA, Ask Me Almost Anything, or an AMAA, Ask Me Almost Anything. Well, last time I did that, I said pretty much, you know, you could totally do that. It's totally nice. Oh, your grandma said the same thing? She quoted the same verse? I think that might be James. That might be, I don't know. I don't remember. I'm bad with references. That's Fed's point. Did I did. It's Spanish. Oh, okay. I know a little bit of Spanish. What would that be? Ser despacio a hablar y rápidamente por escuchar y rápidamente. No, that's not right. Something like that. My Spanish is really rusty, so you have to forgive me. I think I said something about slow to speak, quick to listen, or something like that. It's all part of the same verse, I believe, but Mashups! Yay! Should probably do that. It's actually accurate, but not exactly. I used synonyms or similar forms of the words you might use, but it's not good. It's understandable. The fluent Spanish speaker can listen and understand with pity that I'm trying my best. Okay, so the song seems to be almost 4 seconds long in each measure. 7.9804 divided by 2. 3.99. That'll do it. That will do it. And the other one is Damp Dungeon, which is from Dogs One Country Returns. I love this track. Haunter Shadow did a good piece with this track. Very chilly. So is it 4 or 4.5? Probably only one way to find out. We'll go ahead and find out. Clear. 4.38554 divided by 3.999 minus 1 times 100 equals 9.9%. Change. And we're changing Damp Dungeon. Okay, there we go. Not, I'd sped it up a little too much. We'll try 9.75. Still too much. Try 9.5. Still too much. There's a song called Voidlands After Abyssal Badlands. Oh, is that what this is? This is Abyssal Badlands. So I think that's the one you requested. But it's the one that I thought would go with this Damp Dungeon theme. Maybe we'll try like 9. 9 actually looks pretty good. Oh, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted, right there. I do need to adjust tempo slightly. Oh, look at that. I created a mashup idea that was not chaotic and intense and energizing and epic and all that good stuff. This one is actually not that. I like this. Ooh, I like this a lot. Let's see here. I need to slow it down very, very, very slightly. Reminds me of Uncharted. You know, it kind of does. In a weird kind of way. Actually, I would like to mark the loop point there. 2.16. I need to speed it up slightly, so maybe we'll do 9.09. Yes. I think that might be a good point to loop it, actually. It'll be kind of long, but that kind of like produce just the effect that you might want out of a mashup. Even though the other one already ended, the other track ended, noting of course, that... Well, how did two of those get in there? Noting, of course, that, you know, I could go back to 2.16 and loop it back here. Yeah, that's so Uncharted-like. I know. So I'm kind of getting the same Uncharted vibes as you are. I mean, I played Uncharted 2, 3, and 4. I've not played the first one though, but I get what you mean for sure. So here's how that sounds. I wonder if that sounds good. That sounds good. I think I'll keep it that way. See, I'm capable of coming up with ideas like this that are mysterious and calm and are kind of like cool like this. Not most of them are not, but this is definitely a exception to my standard ideas. I'm glad this one worked out really well though. Okay, so the keying software suggested that I actually, like, as good as it sounds, the keying software is telling me these shouldn't be compatible. Sounds like creepy. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Creepy Steeple. Creepy Steeple. There may even be room to mix Creepy Steeple with one or both of these at some point in the future, of course. Possible. Effect. Fade out. So, despite the fact that this sounds good already, I am going to toy with the fact that I'm maybe gonna change the pitches a little bit. Okay, that sounds good. I'm gonna hear what it sounds like at 2 pitch changes, -2 half steps. Okay, that sounds good. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. So we have Abyssal Badlands, and we're in the Damp Dungeon. We call it the Damp Badlands, which is actually an oxymoron, so probably not that. Or we call it Abyssal Dungeon, which sounds pretty neat. And a damp Badlands is a paradox. They're two conflicting ideas. Because damp implies wet, and Badlands are, by their very nature, let me look for the definition. Dry, uncultivated land, lots of erosion, little vegetation. Yeah. Get the point. Oxymoron, Bufo. Yeah, paradox, oxymoron, whichever term you just use. It is that. Export audio. Abyssal Dungeon. Export audio. DKC Pokemon mix. Abyssal Dungeon. The word abyss always gives me a creepy and scary feeling after I watched the movie Jaws and played Resident Evil Revelations. Jaws is kind of If you think Jaws is anything at all, which it isn't, wait do you see either play it yourself or wait till I live stream it. Where does it go? This. If you think it's anything to Jaws, you should see this game, Subnautica. This is something else. This you can play this in VR too. So not just regular. You can play this in VR as well. So it's either first person or VR, whichever way you choose to play. this game is something else. I mean, this game is fantastic. I love it a lot. I sent out a little notification on YouTube saying if you don't have this game, it's free. I sent that out a little bit ago. It's not free anymore, but it was. So hopefully anyone who wanted it grabbed it after I made that notification, the announcement on my channel. Because I think this game is fantastic, but I'm also going to stream it at some point. This game is fantastic, and it really brings Abyss. I heard great things about that game. I heard a lot of things about that game, but I was like, eh. Well, the only people who don't like Subnautica have never tried it. The only people who don't like Krabby Patties have never tried one. Anyways, yeah, I think just the atmosphere in the world they built is fantastic. And it brings a whole new meaning to depth and abyss and monsters and, you know. Jaws has got nothing on this. Oh yeah, there's a trailer here for viewing pleasure. I'm attempting.
Father was right.
Oh, it wasn't really your type of game?
Shouldn't have gone so deep. Effort, Mom.
It's my type of game.
Scans indicate this location support.
I don't know. It just like, while it had some very, very strong critiques as a biologist on some of the creature concepts, like some very strong critiques on a couple of them, which is like, evolution would never make this. I could confidently say that would never happen on a few of them. I still think that some of their creatures were well thought out, and just the whole idea of finding life on another planet is just like so enthralling to me. It was really, really up my alley, at least personally, which is why I also like Metroid, which is why I also like Dead Space, which is why I also like things like that. Halo's fun. I played I think I played 1 or 2 Halos, and I think I played the Halo 1 at a friend's house. I don't actually own it. But I like that kind of thing, you know? That's just me, though. So I got 6 mashups done. I now currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 mashups done in total, which means I'm actually ahead by 2. So if I do 6 in the next 2 weeks, I can work that down to manageable levels, because if I get too many mashups ahead, then we get people waiting a month for their mashup, and I don't want to have people do that. I think 2 weeks is okay. Well, the sea creatures based on enemies are very. There are sea creatures in Resident Evil. Really, I didn't know that. I mean, I know very little about the game. I did like a little tiny bit of research just because I got a little bit into the universe. I was doing a little research on it just because I was curious some of the things that go on in the game. Evil Revelations, creatures. You say there's sea creatures in this? Interesting. Interesting. Of course, as a biologist, I also have critiques of, oh, that's very interesting. I also have critiques of things like viruses and diseases and stuff that produce like mutations like these and games like this, and some of it's just completely outright unrealistic, completely, entirely. Well, the sea creatures. Oh, okay. I see. I already did that. I already read that. For example, I saw a clip from one of the games I was doing research before. The mashup Bowser's Sorrow for Steve Sorrow. So that Steve guy, like, turns into this big monster just on the fly. Like, in seconds he transforms, like, doubles or triples in size. That can't happen. I'm sorry to say that the amount of stress that would put on a body, the energy requirements, the raw cellular material required to do that would cause one to starve to death in mere seconds. And that's a lot. It's saying a lot, because human beings can go like weeks without food. Some people do 40-day fasts. It's a very extreme form of weight loss, but people do it. So it's pretty crazy. But the demands that they would place would starve one to death almost instantaneously. So it's like it's just silly. I mean, I get the idea, but I think it's just lacking in some places perhaps. Unless they're full of hot air and expand out like a balloon, but then it wouldn't be very durable. So that's probably not the case with Resident Evil zombies and, well, I guess zombies in general. I mean, Dead Space does a pretty good job of preserving matter, and I guess what other game is there? What other games are there like this? I don't know. Nothing comes to mind. Anyways, so I did 6 mashups. I'll do 6 more next week. 6 more next week, and I'll be ahead. I'll not be ahead. I am ahead now. I'll be right on track after doing 6 and 6. Oh my gosh, not intentional. But I like to be about 2 weeks ahead, because any more than that and people waiting 3, 4, 5 weeks for the mashups is just absurd. I think it's the best way to do it here. It's just to be 1 week ahead from creation to upload. So I'll go ahead and leave it at that. I'm going to go ahead and head off then. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a good rest of your day. See you around next time.